Well, hey there guys, and good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to another Forager Nuclear episode. If you don't remember, last episode we went around our island, sort of doing a couple of chores that we haven't done in a while, as well as producing a very large amount of void gear, so much in fact that if I remember correctly, yes, we don't have any more void gear we actually need to make. We're all onto cosmic now, which is going to take a very long time. And so what I'm planning to do to start off with is I'm going to grab up this excavator buff because we can get some relics through that, which means that I can then sell them and get a bunch of money, because another thing we discussed last time is the fact that I need a lot of money, and a lot is a bit of an understatement to say the least. But either way, if you don't remember as well, last time we collected up these 13... That is a lot of fuel cells I have. Well, I say a lot, it's 4. We collected up these 13 toxic sigils, and that is why I am dressed as a knight this time, because today we will be going right ahead and fighting a bunch of toxic guardians. But to start off with, I want to come over here, nuclear machinery. I can make 4. I can use basically all my toxic cosmic steel, but I will, because where that is in the nuclear factory, that will actually produce at least 8. So pretty solid in my books. But either way, for now, what I'm going to do is simply come up here. I'm going to spend a little bit of time harvesting up the farms, collecting up a few resources, might hit up Market Street before delving into the graveyard to our arena area and duking out with these toxic guardians. So, coming through here and replanting all of these berries. I mean, we don't really use the berries for all too much anymore. I do have a couple fishing traps that I could make. Heavy emphasis on the could, because it's not necessarily something I'm looking to do per se, 'cause the only thing I really need the fishing relics for anymore is the money, just selling them. And we have a pretty decent supply of fish. I mean, we've got 10.3k cooked fish on me right now, so I would argue that that is a pretty decent stock. But either way, clearing up this farm as well, quickly rehoeing some of the tiles, and then going beets up in this corner. La da 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 da. There we go. As well as wheat down here. And some cotton over here. La di da di da. And finally some berries over here. La di da di da di da di da. So, with that done, what I'm going to do is quickly, and by quickly I mean extremely quickly, run around this grassland area and just explode, literally pop off all of these, well I say all, most of these resources, just to collect them up, just so we have plenty sort of in the back burner, so to say, and come down here into the desert and head over to Market Street. You might be able to tell slightly from how I'm like 10 times more scatterbrained than usual, but it's kind of late right now as of recording, and so I might have to record this video in 2 bits honestly, because like I said, it's kind of late. I'm really tired, and so this is going to be the most scatterbrained episode I ever made. Well, I say ever. I make a lot of scatterbrained content, but either way, enough about me talking about that. And coming on over here, that is wow, 24 sphinxes. Might need to sell some of those at some point. What I'm going to do, that's the wrong tab. I'm just clicking everything but the right thing. I'm going to come down over here, place down a bunch of these bridges, and expand our good old... Let me place it. Our good old Market Street yet again. So coming into economic, market, placing that down. And now we should be able to just see what we can get. So in here, nothing. Get ready to Okay, I will grab a slime sigil, add that to the pile of fights we're going to have today. Not going to grab those electronics because we got those in pretty decent supply at this point. Nothing I want or need in there. Ooh, 20 landfill, I will take. Nothing in there. Another slime sigil, pretty decent. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there, and nothing in there. But it does look like we have more nuclear machinery. So I'm going to be storing that up for now. If I come down here, I can put it in this vault. And I'm gonna go, there's more? Add to toolbar. There we go. And take this landfill and come, I believe it's down now, and just continue working on what I was doing before, filling in some of the land down here in the grass area, and just really finishing, I believe that is the entire grass area filled out land-wise. No, it is not. So, I will place that one in there just so there's not a gap. Coming up in here, placing some of those in. What I'm going to do just before I go and fight all of these bosses is come on down here and do a quick clean out of the quarry, just because we've let it build up for a little while now, and we can get a pretty solid amount of resources. Wow, there's just things exploding everywhere on my screen right now. We should be able to get a pretty solid amount of resources by just, whoa, that's like my shrine, by just coming through and blowing everything up down here. And in fact, speaking of my shrine, I'm actually going to come on down and see. Okay, I'll grab the builder. And so with that all done, what I'm going to do is head on, I think, to our boss arena. And honestly, it's going to be the sort of the main attraction of this episode at this point. Get right into fighting some of these bosses. So heading on up through here, I'm very much looking forward to doing this, because it's not, obviously you got to focus on dodging the attacks and not getting hit, but it's not really the combat in this game, and like fighting the bosses, it doesn't really take much thinking power to put it that way. So I'm happy that I can just do this, end of my day, load up Forager, record a video, just fight some things, you know? But either way, coming through here and getting rid of these guys, what I am going to do first, since we have the builder feat, or not feat, the thing that's building, the buff. I don't have enough berries anyway, so heading on up through here, I'm going to fight the two slime kings first, just because they should theoretically be easier to deal with, and then we can get a couple of lovely spirit orbs to get some damage upgrades before heading into the main event. So, spawning these guys in one after the other, this should be a relatively quick experience, so just kind of holding down the button and dusting that guy. And we did in fact get a legendary gem, and so with that done, just straight up I'm going to spawn in the other one. I'm not going to lie, I'm not even going to use the spirit orb, I'm just going to spawn it in, dodge out the way of their attack, which isn't too hard to do, and boom, those are the two slime kings dealt with quite easily, not gonna lie. So coming through here and using these spirit orbs for just 8 straight up just permanent damage upgrades, and it's 5, or no, 7, I can't count, 8. So with that, I'm going to add these toxic sigils to my toolbar, and it's time to get into the main event of today's episode, the Toxic Guardian battles. These guys have a lot more health than the King Slime did, and I will actually need to watch out for my health bar because they do a lot more damage as well. But it does look like I'm not even doing too, like, I'm not doing, so to say, too badly at dodging this guy and partaking in the battle. Those things are going to explode, aren't they? Yeah, okay. So, that actually went quite a bit easier than I thought it would, and we get toxic sludge for it, which is great because we will be needing a lot of that. So, I think I'm just gonna hop straight into the second fight, honestly. Honestly, it's been like 10 minutes into this video now, something like that, I think. I looked at the time just before fighting these guys. Literally 5 minutes before I started recording this, I was just playing Smash Bros with one of my pals, my friends, Tomodachi's, one might say. Oh, that's gonna explode. I'm terrible at Smash Bros. Cannot play it well to save my life, except for when I'm playing a character such as Zero Suit Samus. Like, I don't know what it is about like Zero Suit Samus and Sheik. And for some reason, when I play them, it just activates something in my brain. Don't take that weirdly. And I just get like much better at it. And so these fights would mean I've been like fighting stuff in video games for like a couple hours at this point. It's actually wild. But either way, coming through, these guys are actually falling a lot easier than I initially thought they would, but we are getting a load of toxic sludge for it, which I am pretty happy about. At this point, this video is just going to be me talking to you guys whilst slicing at toxic guardians at this rate. I mean, like I said, at least we're getting a bunch of toxic sludge for it, which we will need going forward to make a bunch more nuclear fuel cells. I might need to do some sort of in-between episodes mining in the void to collect up potentially some more, what's it called, uranium, because I don't know how much we have of it. 19 spirit orbs. Shouldn't we have more? I don't know, I'm not going to question it. But yeah, I might need to collect up some more uranium as well as some of the other stuff. We'll need a bunch of stuff for the cosmic steel, especially loads of star fragments, which I might go back to prioritizing the scholar buff for, just so I can get them. Also, I might just start making some star scrolls. In fact, I'm going to take a little bit of a break from this guy. I mean, how long did those fights took us? Like 2 minutes? That was like nothing. But as I was saying, I'm gonna look. What do I need for star scrolls? Purple pigment, obsidian, and paper. Purple pigment. How much can I make? If I make 70 of that, and then theoretically should be able to. How he's going? Should be able to make a bunch of star scrolls to make a bunch of cosmic steel. Speaking of different types of steel, how's our void steel coming along? That one's got 27 left to make. This has got none left to make. So how much cosmic steel could I make? What is the... Okay, void steel is the limiting factor, so I will make a bunch more void steel then in that case. What can I get here? Scholar. Sage scroll I can just sell. Star scroll, 4 of them. That's actually great. So, what I'm going to do on my little boss fight break right now is head on down here into the Scorched and go boom, 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 boom. And just summon all of these stars. I'll get the scholar buff again. We can get another star scroll, which I will now use, as well as selling all of these sage scrolls. And that one's going to land up there, and the other one is up here. Come on. Let me attack the star. There we go. Okay, so I need to go and... God, the demons! They're gonna break my... No. They're gonna break my fishing traps. Come over here, you. God, these demons, I gotta deal with them. Like, I gotta find a way to actually permanently remove them, I swear to God. But, either way, with that sorted, what I'm gonna do is come up here our banks have a decent chunk of money in them, looking at them, and make my way up and continue fighting some more of these toxic guardians. So, hopping into here and duking it out with this guy. I do actually, this is probably my favorite boss in this game, just because it has the most variety of attacks and actually makes you sort of, out of all of them, I feel like it makes you think the most about what you have to do in order to avoid damage. It's not particularly a challenge for me now because of just the amount of like damage upgrades and just upgrades in general that we've... Where are you off to? Why are you running away? Just the amount of damage and like health upgrades and stuff we've got, and I can mostly tank the damage it deals. I dodge a lot of the attacks just naturally. And whilst it's not like Slime King level of melting, you can consistently see their health bar dropping if you just continue holding down the attack button. But again, it's still, even despite... Don't destroy my lighthouse, thank you. Despite those factors, I'd still say it is my favorite boss out of all of them in this game. I mean, the only one that would potentially rival it is... I like the Tomb Guardian quite a bit. Not for necessarily the like dodging out the way and having to be strategic about it aspect. I just sort of like lightning-based enemies and sort of the aesthetic that guy follows. But as you can see, our nuclear machinery is done producing. So in that case, I think I might put a bunch more nuclear fuel cells on to produce. Assuming we have the uranium. I don't know per se if we do, so I'm gonna go find out. And get a bunch more of those producing, hopefully. Oh yeah. We can get 19 more producing there. That uses all the toxic sludge we just gathered, and we can go and gather a bunch more. So, hopping back. I'm not going to heal up for this one because I don't feel I particularly need to. And if I do die, it's not really too much of an issue because of the fact that, I mean, I need to die 10 times for that one feat anyway, so might as well just tank the damage for now. If I die, I die. I don't really know per se if there's any consequences for dying. I probably will just summon the... Or just let like a slime kill me for that, I'm gonna be honest. At this rate. Just let a slime jump into me a bunch of times. Because that just seems like the easiest way to get that feat done. At this point, I might just stand here to fight this guy. Just like stand still and do it. Because it's really not... They're really not doing much to me. Oh, that did quite a bit. The laser did do quite a bit to me, to be fair. I'll give them that. Oh! I didn't mean to do that. This one I might have a bit of a struggle with, so let's see if we can defeat 3 of them at once. I did not mean to summon all of them. This one might kill me, but I can't even see my character on the screen right now. I'm just stood in the middle tanking any hits that they're throwing out. I'm taking this like a champ. I'm dodging all their attacks, come on. Hit me with your best shot, Toxic Guardians. That's what I thought. And with that, we have a bunch more Toxic Sludge. And a bunch more Spirit Orb chests to open, which this is going to be a load of damage upgrades. So, without further ado, I'm going to get some damage upgrades, and I'll see you in a bit. Let's do this. So guys, as you can see, I've finished using all these spirit orbs, and if we come down here to our little training dummies, 38.25, I will take that as a damage output. That is pretty damn solid to say the least, but either way, coming on through here, and what I'm going to do with these 4 fuel cells is quickly chuck them into there so that they can be producing more of the royal clothing. And now that all our bosses have been defeated, I'm just going to pretty much take a quick stroll around the island, do a couple of chores, visit our shrines. I'm going to visit Market Street again, I think. And just sort of relaxing just for the end of the episode, last like 10-15 minutes or so. Just sort of wander around and collect stuff, just like the olden days, because that's basically, I was rewatching some of the old videos actually recently. Especially like the first couple, it was literally just, it took so long. Like, it's so interesting to me to see the comparison of just how long it took then versus how long it takes now to, especially with the quarry. Just now we can just go boom, 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 and it just clears out everything, just basically instantly. Like, it just destroys it. It's like we set a bomb off in it. It's actually insane. But either way, back to what I was saying. What I'm gonna do is run around for a little bit and just sort of collect up everything, because resources are something we need a lot of. And so, coming over here to Market Street, I'm gonna grab all of this stuff. And there's nothing in there I particularly need. I'm gonna grab that toxic sludge. I won't grab the slime sigil. I'm not gonna do any more boss fights for now, but I will grab that uranium. And I'll grab these purple pigments because I'm looking to make all those star scrolls. And I'll grab this droid. I love that guy. Dwarves are actually such a cool like fantasy race. They're actually sick. I'll grab that star scroll. Nothing in there I need. Toxic sludge and nothing in there. So send to vault. Send to vault. What I'm gonna do is quickly run over to our factories and stick Dane on one of our factories, just like the other couple of droids we have over there. And so really, because to my knowledge, they boost production in factories. I might be wrong about that, but to my knowledge, that's what they do, or one of the things they can do. And so, hence, I'm going to sort of, I did not mean to go for that one. I meant to go for the scholar one, but you know, I will, since it's here, I will take this. I'm saying, since to my knowledge, that's what they do, that's what I'm going to trust they do for now, and sort of just go with the flow, so to say. But either way, collecting up all of the resources from that excavator buff, I'm going to stick this guy on here next to Moonlight. And I'm also going to quickly build a scroll up that area. Do I have any? I don't have any fuel cells on me right now. I genuinely thought that was about to like launch straight onto Vault Island. But anyway, I'm going to send to Vault. And I'm thinking I'm actually going to grab these nuclear machineries. And I'm going to check how our nuclear factories over here are doing quickly. How are you doing for cells? Okay, I'll stick these 2 in there. And then I'm thinking I'm going to turn a bunch of our furnaces nuclear. Double items, nice, 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 nice. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to turn some of our... Can I make nuclear banks? I can't make nuclear vaults either. I'm going to turn some of our furnaces nuclear, if I can. I can, in fact, stick the fuel cells in there, and that way we'll be getting these resources a lot faster as well. And on that note, I can make a bunch of this, so I'm just going to put some of those on there as well. Now, the main issue with this is that as I go more and more nuclear, I'm going to need to make more and more fuel cells to sort of keep up, so to say, with the demand for them from all my various nuclear powered structures. And so I probably will need to go do some kind of massive void run to grab toxic sludge at some point. I mean, I do need to go further in the void, so it will be worth doing at some point anyway. For now, what I'm going to quickly do is I've just remembered the fact that we have a ton of relics in here that I can sell. So coming through here and grabbing 16 of these. That's too many. 2 of these, 4 of these, and 14 of these. And I'm going to sell all of them and hopefully get a decent amount of cash to add to our collection on our way to getting 1 trillion coins. And I'm going to quickly as well grab up all of the money from these banks and hope that we can get a decent amount from them. So coming through here and going boom, 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 grabbing up all of this good cash, and I mean that's a pretty decent amount. And then I'm actually going to put these 2 fuel cells in there and then build a scroll up again. And I'm thinking actually, how much gold do we have? We have quite a bit. Since we need so much money, I might go back to some of the stuff we did for money in the early days of this series. Once I get some more fuel cells, I'm going to go ahead and make myself a nuclear forge. And then with said nuclear forge, I'm going to nuclearly powered, that's definitely a word now. I'm going to make nuclear powered coins, because the coins give us 12 each time, but if it's nuclear, it'll be double. And so, at least I think nuclear forges are a thing. I hope they are. It would make sense if they are, because the sewing machines are. I'll make double, which would be 24 coins, but because coins are worth more due to the wallet, that should be a decent amount of coins for each gold ingot I use. So, therefore, I'm gonna do it because the sheer amount of money I need is just insane, and without it, I honestly doubt that I would be able to keep up. But either way, getting a total of 4 fuel cells across those 2. I'm going to quickly build a scroll up here, put all 4 fuel cells into there, and make 893 lots of coins, which should get us a pretty good amount of money coming in. I mean, this is producing the coins quite quickly, to be fair. And just the noise from the noise alone from this place is actually insane. Can I make more gold in this one? I can. I think I might make gold a sort of priority right now, so to say, just due to the fact that if I'm going to be making coins with the gold, then having more gold will just help me do that more efficiently. And industrious. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. We can be making stuff quite quickly with that. But while this is producing, I think I'm going to quickly harvest up our farm here one more time. May end up being a slightly shorter episode due to just the nature of the fact that it's mainly been boss fights and such. But I'm thinking I might end this episode there. Like I said earlier, I'm kind of a bit tired. So thinking I might get ready to hit the hay, so to say. So what I'm going to do is quickly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I don't know why I counted that in Japanese, but either way, that was a massive lag spike I got there. You guys should go to, if you're watching to this part of the video, hop down to the comment section and say, oh man, this is lag spike. It's a massive lag spike. Yeah, you should definitely do that. God, I've been one YouTuber I would recommend you watch if you're interested in like Minecraft hardcore videos is a good man called Sean, not Sean. Well, I mean, technically I'm pretty sure it is called Sean. Good man called Forage Labs. You should go watch his videos. They are peak content for peak content to just watch, put in the background, just, you know, have it on. You know, Forage Labs, you should sponsor me. Don't actually, I mean, if you can, if you want, you can do collab if you want, but probably in a much higher demand than I am. Yeah, I don't know what I don't know about anymore, I'm gonna be totally honest. But either way, I mean, ideally, obviously, I would love to grow bigger on YouTube and potentially make YouTube like a whole career, but realistically, I know that's not really likely to happen because, especially since I don't really make the YouTube videos sort of, like I said, I would love if that was the case, but it's not really the main reason I do it. I just make these videos because I enjoy it, and sort of video games is a hobby that I really like, and it's one that I sort of want to, so to say, share with others, like show off some games that obviously are like quite popular, because I play like for example Hollow Knight is quite a popular one, Terraria that I play is quite popular, but sort of give an alternate perspective on them, so to say. But either way, as I was saying before, this is probably where I'm going to call it for today. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, share my channel with your friends to help me grow if you would like me to, and make sure to tune in next time for more Forager action. If you want to see more sort of combat related stuff, you should check out this video here where I went and raided deep into the void, and I will make sure to see you guys next time. Bye bye.